my Creative and Sfx Makeup Kit. Listen, cosmetics. You can never have too many shades. We've got the fake blood. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're joined with Mr. P, Pablo. That's really grimly, he's just licked my face. Anyway, today we're here for part 2 of my makeup collection where I'm going to share my Creative and Sfx Makeup Kit. Let's get straight into the video. First, we have my adhesive products. Starting off with my roots in makeup, liquid latex. When I was very young, I experimented with liquid latex prosthetics, we'll call them. I'll insert them on screen so you know what I mean. That was like my foundations into the creative makeup world. This liquid latex is from here. It's probably about £15, £20 maybe. So it's just a really affordable alternative to like branded liquid latex, which is quite expensive. If you're creating like liquid latex paste or if you're applying latex with tissue, I find that this is more affordable. So something that I like to use alongside liquid latex is Prosade. I love this Prosade, it is incredible. I use this for applying aesthetics, and then I also use Prosade to cover my brows, and I use this in so many different ranges of looks. My just creative makeup looks, my looks between my eyes when I'm covering my brows, and obviously of course my character transformations. In addition to Prosade, I like to use the Elmer's purple glue stick first, and then I take my Prosade after, and this is just a dream combination for covering your brows. Next up, we have the Miron Spirit Gum and also the Spirit Gum Remover. I cannot mention Spirit Gum without Remover because you need it. It's a chemical Spirit Gum and you need to remove it properly from your face. It is so damaging for your skin if you're not using removers. So before I even get into it, we've got to mention this. Spirit Gum isn't something I use often, but it is an incredible adhesive. I would always opt for Prosade. It's not as harsh on the skin. Something that I like to use to prep my skin for creative makeup has to be the Miron Skin Prep Pro. I recently applied this before doing my brow cover up and it just made the brow cover so much better. Here's Pablo. Something that's a little bit more random, but something that I'd say is an essential in an Sfx kit, a medical adhesive tape. You're probably thinking, Laura, what the do I need adhesive tape? But when I tell you this is so multi-use, it is honestly like you don't know you need it until you need it that day and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I've used this in my Junji Ito Slug Girl look and I actually taped up my eyes and I then put liquid latex and tissue on top. Another weird product, petroleum jelly is such a versatile product for Sfx makeup. I'm pretty sure I learned from Donny Davy that if you apply Vaseline to your face, then add like water, like spray water in your face, it gives like a really realistic sweat effect. And honestly, like I added this into one of my looks, I'll put it on screen, and that really brought the look to life. Before we get into more of the funner products, something that I have to mention is good quality paper. These are books from jacksonart.com and these allow you to paint something, cut it out and then apply it onto your face. The quality of the paper is honestly incredible and they're really inexpensive as well to buy. Pablo wants to be centre of attention, so we're giving Pablo a cuddle break time. He's annoyed at me because I've took his bone away from him because it's too loud. He hardly ever even chews it anyway. You just want it to be the Pablo show. This is where the fun begins. Next we're going into my face paint sort of products. No! With the Miron Paradise Makeup Aqua Pro palette, and this is the £30 palette. This was kindly sent to me from Miron and honestly like such a full circle moment. Like if little me only knew, she would be like, what the? She can definitely still get loads of use out of her, but she's definitely very battered. You're probably thinking, why when you've got all these shades do you still mix your own shades? And that's because you can never have too many shades. Next we have the £8 palette, and this I find really fun because you've just got your primary colours mainly, and then you can just create any colour you truly want. Then we have the Cosplay palette, and this is a 12 pan paint palette. I actually won this in a giveaway. I did this look here and was pretty good if I do say so myself. I absolutely love cosplay and, you know, turning myself into characters that I love. I've done quite a few cosplays actually, so I think that that could definitely be a video that we could do because I don't think a lot of people know. This is her in all her glory. Honestly, it's such a beautiful palette, and I love all of the tones and the shades in this palette. I think it's really, really pretty. Next up, we have one of my favorite brands and favorite products. We have the Glisten Cosmetics Wet and Split Liners. My first Glisten order was actually the wet liners, something that I will always recommend to someone who's starting out in makeup and wanting to, you know, buy on a budget and buy the necessary products, not just anything and everything. I truly recommend you purchasing the Glisten wet liners in the primary colors. So you've got Sapphire, Solar, Cola, Lobster, and then also the white, which is in the shade Milk. That was my first purchase, and that allowed me to create any shade I ever wanted to create. Makeup can be expensive, and honestly all you ever truly need is primary colors. Next, we're on to creative base products, and this one's pretty fun if I do say so myself. The Miron Clown White. This used to be my absolute holy grail, and I've used another one of these. I used the whole thing. I remember I bought it from Beauty Bay and I absolutely loved it. I still do love it, but the Miron Cream Blend Sticks kind of replaced it for me because this formula is so much easier to use. I think that they both have beautiful finishes, but because this is in a stick formula, it's just a lot quicker to maneuver onto your face, and I think that it really is such an incredible product. But I do think that for clients, this is definitely a more hygienic formula packaging because you can decant it onto your hand, onto a palette, warm it up, and then apply onto the face. The Pastel Cream Blend Sticks, and these again, they're so beautiful. I really like the way that these blend. I think that these are truly so beautiful. I only have the pastel ones and the white and black in my collection, but I know that I would absolutely love the colourful standard colours that aren't pastel. So Miron, you know where I am. These are the Glisten Cosmetics Spectra Bases. I do have all of the shades, but I am not picking them up because I cannot be bothered. But yes, the Glisten Cosmetics Spectra Bases. These are such a beautiful formula, and I use these in nearly all of my looks. They're beautiful for a foundation base, they're beautiful for mixing your own tones and really replicating the tone of something else. And it's why I like to use it in a lot of my abstract realism looks, a lot of my flower looks. I've used these as well as my koi fish look, which I created for Glisten Cosmetics. But truly, this is such a beautiful brand, and these bases are so pretty. I really do want to do an updated Gamora. I think that this would be so cool. Now we're on to setting products, and this isn't going to be what you're expecting. I hope it doesn't fall. Here we have the Glisten Cosmetics Spectra sets. Now this is a collection that really took me by surprise, and honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but after trying it, it's just such a genius idea to come out with those bases and then these, a product that you can directly set the product with. It's just genius. But not only can they be used to set the foundations like all over, you can use these as eyeshadow, as blush, as absolutely anything you want. And this should be no surprise that I'm mentioning this again, because this is truly an essential product in my normal makeup kit and my Creative Sfx Makeup Kit. This is the RCMA No Colour Powder, and I will always rave about this product because I truly love it. It is my favourite setting powder for sure. I do have others I love, but this is my favourite because it's so versatile and you can literally set anything with it. It doesn't disrupt the makeup, it just sets it in the most perfect way, and it doesn't change the colour of what you've applied. Like if you're using a foundation, it's not going to change the colour of the foundation, it's going to keep it the same colour but mattify it, and I love it. I really love this product. In my kit I do also have the Miron setting powder. Also, it's a good powder, I just don't love it as much as my RCMA one. A super important tool in my SFX makeup kit are my brushes, and I couldn't not do brushes after doing base because you can't do a base with no brushes. I'm gonna start with my Glisten Cosmetics brushes first because I mean, I've just done the Glisten bases, so why not go in that order, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is the Glisten Cosmetics foundation brush, and I love this for applying my base products, my colourful base products, a normal foundation. It's such a good brush. I really love the shape of it. It kind of reminds me of the Y6 from Morphe, and if you know, you know. These are all of my liner brushes, and yes, I've got quite a lot. I'd say my favourite are brushes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then we also have these brushes from Glisten Cosmetics. So they really do have a beautiful range of brushes that can be used for liner, for detailed makeup, for eyeshadows. It's a really nice range of brushes. I've got to give my love to the Glisten girls and of course Natalie, because Glisten Cosmetics is truly one of my favourite brands and they are a brand that I am an affiliate with, so I will put my discount code on screen. Of course, as always, if you do make a purchase with my discount code, I do earn commission, so only use it if you feel comfortable. Next for brushes, we're gonna do, right, stop. I asked for that, didn't I? Next for brushes, we're going to mention these Beauty Bay brushes. This brush set I've had for quite a while. I don't use them all the time, but I used them a couple of days ago. So this is a really great brush kit and I really like them. It would be very wrong for me to mention Y6 from Morphe and not show you Y6 from Morphe. This brush I bought because Laura Lee used to rave about it, and I get it. It's a really beautiful brush. I tend to use it now just for my creative makeup looks, which is why it's stained green, but it is a very beautiful foundation brush. I'm so tired. It's that time of the month, guys. I'm a tired girl right now. Last but not least, out of the brushes, we have my Spectrum Collections brushes. This should come as no shock to you all that I love Spectrum brushes, because I really do love their brushes. This brush set has such a massive range of brushes and it's so perfect for base, like doing a creative base, and for doing like SFX work, with the little detailed brushes. I do also have the KJH brush set, and this is like my perfect brush set. They're currently dirty, so I'm not going to show them. Next in my SFX makeup collection, we have collodion. And if you don't know what this is, proceed with caution. This is a really unique product, material, substance, whatever you want to call it, that basically when you apply it to your face, it makes the skin tighten and the mark you make indents. So this essentially is a fake scar liquid. One thing I will mention, disclaimer, if you're going to use collodion, do not peel it off of your face. Make sure that you properly remove this with acetone or isopropyl alcohol, because you do not want to peel this off of your skin. This is what the product looks like. It is honestly such a cool product to use. It does feel weird as it feels so weird on the skin, but as an artistic and creative aspect, it's really fun to just watch it do its magic. So I couldn't mention isopropyl alcohol and not give you in isopropyl alcohol. This again is from Wrath, which is a little bit harder to get in the UK nowadays, but there are sites out there. Use trusted SFX sites. I really do love Wrath's products. Again, this is vegan and cruelty free, and it is 99.9% high grade isopropyl alcohol. I did in fact save the best till last. We've got the fake blood because this is an absolute staple in anyone's SFX kit. Fake blood just brings all of that illusion work together. I have 3 different types. I've got the Miron squirt blood, the Miron coagulated gel blood, and this blood splatter. I've not used this bomb before as I don't really have a setup where I would use it. The squirt blood, this again, it's a really nice runny blood. So it's going to give you different variations in the texture of the blood. It does dry down quite quickly, but that's why Vaseline comes in handy, because you can put this blood on when it's dried, go on top with Vaseline, and it's gonna make the blood look wetter. My favourite blood out of the 3 of them is the coagulated blood, because this stays thick and it stayed wet, and it just really looks so realistic, and I really love it. And I'm going to add on screen some of the bloody looks that I've done recently. I've got to do this. This is going to be like really wonky, but well, he's asleep. And that is it for my SFX Creative Makeup collection, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this, because this is a part of my collection that really just inspires my creativity so much, and I'm so grateful to have all of these products and to be able to create, because that is the most important thing. If you want to see more YouTube videos from me, then be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all the good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more content coming soon. I have some really fun shorts coming this month and next month, so yeah, stay tuned for it, and I'm really grateful to have you in my little space. I love you guys.